My name is Fenella Marsh. I work as an archivist's assistant at the Regional Record Center on Aldgate Street. I have been there for 11 years, and I am telling you this because you should know I am not, in the ordinary course of things, someone who writes accounts of things she has seen. I am someone who catalogs accounts of things other people have seen. The one time I am the witness, I find I want to record it. It was the third Tuesday in October. I had taken the early bus, the service that stops at the corner of Aldgate and Vane, because I had a large delivery of fragile civic documents arriving at 8 o'clock, and I needed to be there to receive it personally. The early bus is not crowded, but it is not empty either. Mostly people who work early shifts, a few who have come in from the suburbs on the first through service. There was a woman at the back of the bus. I noticed her because she was having difficulty with her coat. It was a large wool coat, the kind that is not easy to manage on a bus, and she was trying to hold it shut because the button at the middle had gone. I could see the thread hanging. She was also holding a folded umbrella, a canvas shopping bag, and a white paper bag that appeared to hold something from the early opening bakery on Cantor Square. She was managing this with the particular careful attention of someone trying not to let anything fall, and she was succeeding, just. Then the bus lurched, the kind of abrupt deceleration that happens when a car comes out of a side road and the driver has to brake quickly. Not dramatic, just the sudden unexpectedness of it. The paper bag went. She tried to catch it, and it went anyway, and the shopping bag listed, and she put out her hand to catch herself on the overhead rail and missed. The guard was standing in the aisle. I want to be careful about what I say next. There are 2 guards on the early Tuesday bus. It runs through a section of the precinct perimeter, and the precinct provides 1 guard each direction for the first service and the last service. I have been on this bus 300 times, and I have never particularly thought about the guards, except as a feature of the route. They stand at attention in the aisle, holding the overhead rail, and they do not interact with the passengers. Except this one did. He was there before I had registered what was happening. He had the paper bag in one hand. He had caught it before it touched the floor. His other hand was at the woman's elbow, the lightest possible contact, just enough that she had something to steady herself against. He was back in his position within 4 seconds. The bus continued. The woman gathered herself. She looked at the paper bag he had returned to her, and she looked at the guard. She said, "Thank you." He inclined his head slightly, the minimal acknowledgement, and looked forward again. He did not make a thing of it. That is the part I have thought about since. He did not make it a performance. He did not linger. He did not wait for a second thank you, or for her to be more visibly grateful. He caught the bag, steadied her arm, and went back to his post. 4 seconds, the bus carried on. I am an archivist's assistant. I catalog other people's accounts for a living. I know that what I am recording here is a small thing. A paper bag, a coat with a missing button, a Tuesday morning. But there was something in the particular precision of it, the way he caught the bag before it was on the floor, the lightness of the contact at her arm. That is not a reflex. That is a practiced attention. That is someone who has made a habit of watching and being ready, and having the thing ready before it is asked for. He was in full ceremonial dress on an early bus at 7:30. He was doing the post on a Tuesday morning service that goes through the precinct perimeter, which no one attends, which has no occasion, which is simply part of the route and has always been part of the route. He was watching. He was paying attention, and when the bus lurched, the bag did not reach the floor. I have been to the record center 11 years. I have cataloged a great deal of other people's attention. I know it when I see it. The bus carries on. The precinct perimeter passes outside the window. The paper bag is in her lap now, and she is holding her coat closed with one hand, and the guard is looking forward. I wrote this down when I arrived at the office.